Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Brandon Wynn, back again with Critical Failure. So we are on the Starspawn Seer, which is the next and last Starspawn creature that is in the Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. So it's got a lot of lore behind it, and I'm going to be reading the snippet behind it. So, the Starspawn Seer. Starspawn Seer is the most often encountered as the leader of a cult that worships one or more of the Elder Evils. Usually the Seer is the only cult member that grasps the full extent of the horror the cult is venerating. An entity that appears as a Starspawn Seer in the material plane usually arrives as something different, something disembodied. When a warlock or other spellcaster establishes communication with it, the Seer entity takes control of the mortal's form and spirit, transforming it into a Starspawn Seer. Whoever the Seer once was largely vanishes behind the corpulent bulk of tumorous skin that builds up in strange whorls all over the Seer's body. Hands become bulky, flipper-like appendages capable of grasping their strange staffs, formed of some blend of flesh, bone, and star stuff, but clumsily and painful when used to manipulate other things. A Starspawn Seer is almost always accompanied by one or more Starspawn Hulks. Although the Hulk is a worthy combatant on its own right, it is also a vital part of the tactic often used by Seers. When a Seer deals psychic damage to a Hulk, the Hulk isn't hurt, while the effect ricochets off the Hulk and expands to assault other creatures. The Seer's goal is to tap the energy sources and master their rights that will enable it to extend a bridge between the vulnerable sanity of a material plane and the squirming madness of the Elder Evil's prison. The Elder Evil's Blessing. Though generations of study and grim practice, disciples of certain Elder Evils have mastered the ability to bestow supernatural gifts on minions they select for the privilege. Any creature that serves a cult of Elder Evil, including a Starspawn, can be given one of these rewards, usually as compensation for faithful service, but sometimes as chance for a creature that breached the cult's laws to redeem itself. The following powers are unique to specific cults, and typically a creature has no more than one of them. Wow, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. I was correct. 5 different ones. So, the Cult of Borum, of the Lake of Boiling Mud. It's only able to be used once a day. It's called Borum's Embrace. The cult touches one creature within 5 feet of it. The target must succeed a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or be coated in sticky, steaming mud. While it is coated in this way, the target speed is halved, can't use reactions, and it takes 10 average 3d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. The effect lasts for 1 minute until the cultist is incapacitated or dies, or until the target is immersed in water. Cult of Atropos, the World-Born Dead. Gaze of Corruption, recharge of 6 on a D6 roll of 6. The cultist targets one creature it can see within 30 feet of it. The target must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 16 3d10 necrotic damage and be poisoned for 1 minute. The poisoned target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns and the effect on itself on a success. The next one is the Cult of Hask, the Voice of Hargit. Hask's presence. Once a day, the cultist transforms into a tiny leech-like being and teleports onto the shoulder of a humanoid it can see within 30 feet. The targeted humanoid must succeed a DC 15 Charisma saving throw or be charmed by the cultist. While the target is charmed, the cultist has control of it on the target's next turn. At the end of the turn, the cultist teleports to an unoccupied space it can see within 30 feet of it and returns to its normal form. The cultist cannot be targeted directly by any attack or other effect while it's in the sludge-like form, but is subject to area of effect as normal. This one is called the Cult of Tyranthraxis, the Flamed One. The ability is called Radiant Flames. It's once a day. Multi-hued flame surrounds a cultist for 1 minute until the cultist is incapacitated or dies, or until the cultist extinguishes the flames, no action required. While inflamed, the cultist has telepathy within the range of 30 feet and can teleport as a bonus action up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. In addition, Every creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of the cultist must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, taking 16 average 3d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And it has the Cult of Tharizdun, the Chained God. I was not expecting Tharizdun. Tharizdun Spark. Recharge of 6 on a d6 roll of 6. As a bonus action, the cultist touches a simple or martial weapon or a natural weapon. If it has one, the next creature hit by the touched weapon must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or experience short-term madness for 10 minutes. Consult the short-term madness table, see madness effects, in Chapter 8 of the Dungeon Master's Guide, blah blah blah, to determine the form of madness. The affected creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each minute, ending the effect on a success. So only at a minute, so 10 minutes in combat would be extremely brutal to actually have to go through. Now, the little lore snippet that it gives says Elder Evils. Exactly who are the Elder Evils, or what the Elder Evils are, remain in dispute among the rare sources of knowledge about them. Few creatures in the multiverse have any awareness of these beings, and no one can claim to know them at all. Some Elder Evils are called gods, primordials, or fiends, yet some scholars versed in esoteric mysteries insist they are none of these, but in fact being set apart from what mortals consider reality. Some Elder Evils are alleged to be creatures of the far realm, while others are thought to be trapped in a particular plane or world or held in check somehow by wandering stars, imprisoned in the vastness of the night sky. The names given to the terrible names include such strange description as, forgive me for these terrible pronunciations, Itiek or Thiel the Elf Eater, Dendar the Night Serpent, Boram the Lake of Boiling Mud, Kizeth the Chaos Hound, Zargon the Returner, Kamnod the Unseen, Halashner the Hunger Below, Pysekethis the Blood Queen, Shathatug the Eater of Worlds, Yachak the Violent Flame, Bolothamog who watches from beyond the stars, Hargut of the Great Pestilence, Hask the Voice of Hargut, Ragnora the Mother of Monsters, the Hulks of Zorithia, Kios the Worm that Walks, Tharizdun the Elder Elemental Eye, Atropis the World-Born Dead, Pandorum the Utter Annihilation, Hamethun the Blood Lord, Merum of the Great Spear, Tyranthak, I always get this one wrong, Tyrantheraxis the Flamed One, the unnamed Queen of Chaos, and the Father Limik, the alien thought given flesh. The extent of these beings have power beyond their native environments, as do notions of their relative strength, but they are all forces of corruption and evil. Nothing good can come from their influence. No bargain made with them ends in anything other than madness, plague, death, or worse. Now, let's just get into the stats now that we're done with all that lore. The Starspawn Seer is a medium aberration, neutral evil, AC of 17, natural armor, hit point average of 153, 18d8 plus 72, speed of 30 feet, strength of 14 plus 2, dexterity of 12 plus 1, constitution of 18 plus 4, intelligence of 22 plus 6, wisdom of 19 plus 4, charisma of 16 plus 3. It has these proficient saving throws: dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, which are 6, 11, 9, and 8 respectively, meaning that it's a plus 5 to proficiency bonus. Its proficient skill is perception, which is plus 9. Its damage resistances are cold, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. Damage immunities to psychic. Condition immunities to charmed and frightened. Its senses are dark vision up to 60 feet and a passive perception of 19. It speaks common, deep speech, and undercommon. It's a challenge rating 13, 10,000 experience points. It has an ability called out of phase movement. The Seer can move through other creatures and objects as if they are difficult terrain. Each creature it moves through takes 5 average 1d10 psychic damage. No creature can take this damage more than once per turn. The Seer takes 5 average 1d10 damage if it ends its turn inside of an object. Note how it didn't say it is shunned out of it. So you can theoretically stay inside of something. And it has several different attacks. It has multi-attack. It can make 2 Comet Staff attacks or use a Psychic Orb twice. The Comet Staff, it's a melee weapon attack, plus 11 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 target only. Average 9, 1d6 plus 6 bludgeoning damage, or 10 average, 1d8 plus 6 bludgeoning damage if used with 2 hands, plus 18, 4d8 psychic damage if the target must succeed a DC 19 Constitution saving throw or be incapacitated until the end of its next turn. The Psychic Orb is a ranged spell attack, plus 11 to hit, range of 120 feet, 1 target only, 27 average, 5d10 psychic damage. Now, of course, me and Ed don't really care how the books say how you have to do attacks. Just make attacks how you wish. Like, if you want to do 1 common staff and 1 psychic orb, go ahead. We don't really care. Do it how you want. It has an ability called Collapse Distance on a d6 roll of 6. It recharges. The Seer warps space around a creature it can see within 30 feet. That creature must make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw on a failed save. The target, along with any equipment it is wearing or carrying, is magically teleported up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space a Seer can see, and all creatures within 10 feet of the target's original space takes 39 average, 6d12 psychic damage on a successful save. The target takes 19 average, 3d12 psychic damage. And it has a reaction called Bend Space. When the Seer would be hit by an attack, it teleports, exchanging positions with another star spawn it can see within 60 feet of it. The other star spawn is hit by the attack instead. I can see that being useful for, like, the star spawn Hulk being involved, the Larva Mage, or the, what's it called? The Gru. So I can see all those being useful. Now, I don't see it really changing places with the Mangler, because a Mangler does have that basic sneak attack, basically. Or I think it's basically sneak attack. So I would say that that would not be a possible theoretical thing that it would like to do. But if it's the last creature that it has, then definitely do that. But thank you guys for watching. That has been the Starspawn Seer, a little bit of background on the Elder Evil Gods, or whatever you want to call them. So thank you guys for watching. We really do appreciate your viewership. This really does mean a lot to us. I am going to be doing a video directly after this interviewing one of my friends. So please stay tuned for that. Please leave a like and subscribe as we bring more D&D content in the future. Ed will be here Monday and Tuesday, so we're going to be able to hang out and do a lot of cool shit in terms of videos then. We're going to be posting a lot and saving on to a lot. So expect at least 4 uploads then. Subscribe so you can be included in our 50 subscriber giveaway. We're trying to hit 50 subscribers by the end of the year. So thank you guys for really watching. Tell us how we're doing here in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. See ya.